Afternoon, it's 1 o'clock and time for the St. John Daily Word. I'm Pastor Ron Genaro, and I welcome you this afternoon. I have several announcements for you. We have one more Sunday of two services, 7:45 and 9:30, with the 9:30 service live streamed. So come if you love 7:45, and we have several who do. They were booing as I announced that it was changing this coming, in 2 weeks. That's just the way it is. Summer services begin on Sunday, May 24th at 9:30 a.m. Please don't forget to wear your Hawaiian shirts. But also, it is Pentecost Sunday, so please wear red. So if you need an excuse to go buy a red Hawaiian shirt, that's great. You can use me and say that Pastor Ron, no, don't say that I told you to do that. I get blamed for a lot of things. Anyway, May 24th, 9:30 a.m., one service, red because it's Pentecost. We are also doing a potluck following that service, which is kind of odd to be eating at 10:30, but we are. We're going to honor a graduate also on that day. And then also with that, we have the potluck, and it's Memorial Day weekend because the next day is Memorial Day. Faith and Fitness class meets every Tuesday and Thursday in the fellowship hall. If you have any questions, call Paula Penzine. The weekly update goes out Thursday or Friday morning, Thursday afternoon or Friday morning, and please keep an eye in your inbox. Sometimes it goes to promotional, sometimes it goes to junk file or spam file. You'll have to sort through with that and see if you can find it that way. Also, the Tampa Bay Rays game will be Thursday, June 25th, Kansas City versus the Rays. We're advertising this now because we want enough lead time to buy the tickets. I want to get the tickets before Memorial Day to make sure we get the same seats we had the last time. Last time we had a full bus. We're working on it. If you know anyone who loves baseball, whether they love the Rays or not, they're from Kansas City, they may want to wear Kansas City colors as well. It didn't hurt us last time. We went to see the Cincinnati Reds. We had several people wearing Cincinnati stuff. We still won. The Rays still won, so we had a good time. Thursday, June 25th, $60 per person. And you get a hat, and we'll have baked cookies on the bus and all of those kinds of things. Parkway Food Ministry. Current items are needed are cereal. Place your donations in the Narthex donation box. We'll be able to pass those along. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., the SPRC will be meeting at 10 a.m. in the fellowship hall. I want to thank the SPRC for moving that meeting up. We were scheduled for 7, but we need to move it to 10. The Veterans Peer Group meets Thursdays at 12 noon in the Education Building, room 7. We encourage folks to come and be a part of that as well. Psalm 93. That is our text for today for our devotional. Psalm 93. I'm going to read the whole psalm out. It's not very long, and then I'll hit the highlights for us. Psalm 93. The Lord is king. He is robed in majesty. The Lord is robed. He is girded with strength. He has established the world. It shall never be moved. Your throne is established from of old. You are from everlasting. The floods have lifted up, O Lord. The floods have lifted up their voice. The floods lift up their roaring. More majestic than the thunders of mighty waters. More majestic than the waves of the sea. Majestic on high is the Lord. Your decrees are very sure. Holiness befits your house, O Lord, forevermore. At the time of this psalm being written, which is generally it is received that all of the psalms were written at least 900 years before Jesus walked the earth. So it's somewhere around 1000 AD to 900. That's when the psalms were written. There are 150 psalms, over 70. More than half, over 74 of them, 75 of them, were written by David alone. But there are others, some are unnamed, some have some other names associated with them that they're figures we don't really know. They were probably leaders of the worship in the temple. But this psalm, unnamed as to who the author is a psalm saying that the Lord is high and lifted up. And there is a comparison going on. And the comparison is that, first off, this theological truth is stated that God has made the world and that the world will never be moved. It's too great for us to move. We can't. There is no lever large enough in order to move the world or shift it out of rotation and all of those things. No matter how hard we try and all those, and the science fiction movies and all of that stuff, it is impossible because it's just the mass is so great and so large. Now, can we abuse our world? Absolutely. Litter, pollution, all of those things does affect, to a certain degree, the earth and the world. I know there's some debate still raging about certain other things. I'm staying out of that. But I do know this, that there is another comparison that is made, and that is that the Lord is stronger than the flood. The Lord is stronger than the seas. We have to understand that. To an ancient people, there were several factors that frightened them. Floods were one. It still does for us today. The other one was earthquakes. And they were quite common in the ancient world as well. They would experience them. The tectonic plates where Israel is located, they shift from time to time. They still have earthquakes. You still have earthquakes in eastern Turkey and all of that, not western, but eastern, and destruction and all of those kinds of things, as we do in other places. We do on the west coast of the United States, in California. We've had earthquakes in other places. The other thing is a volcano. We don't have that. They didn't have that in their area, although the effects of Mount Etna did affect other parts of the world as well, including the Middle East. But what they understood is this: floods were scary. In Israel, there are these things called wadis. And a wadi is a cut through where when it floods, the water runs through. You never, ever camp or walk through a wadi, ever. You never did it then. You still don't do it because you never know when the flood waters are going to come. It can be raining 100 miles away and flooding, and that flood water will come. It collects too. It's a low point. It's a ditch dug into the earth by the water itself. Water always seeks its own level. And so they understood flooding. Flooding is fearful. It is difficult. If you've ever lived in a place that's prone to flooding, it's horrendous, and it's hard, and it's difficult. And it's scary because when water starts moving, it moves with great force. But this psalmist is saying, no matter how fast the water runs, no matter how disjointed and chaotic the sea may look, and that was the other thing. They didn't sail too much because they were frightened of it, but they would see it, and they would see the effects of the wind on the waves and all of those things. But what the psalmist is saying is, God is stronger than all of that, and he is more holy and lifted up than everything else. This is the God who knows you and who loves you and cares for you. And this is where I remind you that God loves you, this church loves you, and I love you as your pastor. God bless you. Have a great day. Now, I want to also say, even though that's my normal closing, in a couple of weeks, I'll be leading a group of our people to the Mediterranean. I will do my best to film and upload some things from the other part of the world. We're trying to figure out how that will all work from my phone and do some of that. And then Catherine will make it work. We may not always run at the right time. And it may be easier for me to do live and put it on Facebook where it's not convenient for you. And it may happen that way. I just want you to know that I'll be thinking about you. And I'll be thinking about what's going on there and here. God loves you. This church loves you. And I love you as your pastor. Bye now. God bless you.